Dear brothers and sisters, welcome and let's explore what Rabbi Tovia Singer, a well-known American Orthodox rabbi and founder of Outreach Judaism, thinks of Islam and Christianity. In a recent interview, Rabbi Singer explained his criteria for critiquing religious groups. He said his criticism is aimed at Christianity and not Islam because, in his opinion, Muslims are not actively trying to convert Jews. Watch for yourself.
Why does it seem and appear that you are really over-generous to Islam but harsh against Christianity?
No, it's so simple. It's because, number one and foremost, is because Muslims are not out there creating Jews for Muhammad. They're not doing this kind of stuff. We are right now living in a time when Jews and Muslims are having the worst possible relationship we've had in history. It's possible to say. Certainly one of the worst. But as it turns out, Muslims are not out there trying to convert Jews.
But what Rabbi Singer didn't know is that Muslims are not trying to convert anyone to Islam. People question their religions, question how logical they are, and then decide to explore Islam, which often leads to them becoming a Muslim. In Surah Al-Qasas, Allah said, "You surely cannot guide whoever you like, O Muhammad, but it is Allah who guides whoever he wills, and he knows best who are fit to be guided." Rabbi Singer also acknowledged that Jewish-Muslim relations have had challenges over the years, but these are not due to Muslim proselytizing. The rabbi elaborated on some of the theological differences, saying Islam is an uncompromising monotheism. Unlike some Christian doctrines such as the Trinity or atonement through sacrifice taught by Paul, he agreed that Islam rejects the idea of dividing God or using a mediator for forgiveness. Instead, it says forgiveness comes through sincere repentance and the infinite mercy of God alone.
Moreover, of course, I'm exposed to Christianity, which is Trinitarian. Islam is not Trinitarian, so it's not idolatry. So that's the reason why. It's just so simple. It's just respect. If you leave us alone, I'm talking religiously, we're having a big problem. We really are, but it's not this issue, and therefore that's why.
So, and you said they're not in idolatry. Could you elaborate that?
Well, Islam is a complete monotheism. I mean, they believe in one God. La ilaha illallah. There's no God but the true God. Well, I'm not a Muslim. There are many differences between Islam and Judaism, but Muslims do not worship a man as God. They consider Jesus to be a Rasul, a Navi, a prophet, and they revere him very much, but they would never worship him. They attack the notion that Jesus is the Son of God or anything like that, and the Quran directly attacks the doctrine of the Trinity. But I am routinely attacked by Christians because I don't attack Islam. Well, if Muslims are not trying to convert Jews, it doesn't mean that in Hyde Park a Muslim won't start, use dawah. They would want Jews to convert to Islam. They would. But they're not doing this crazy stuff that the Christians are doing. And it is not idolatry, and they also reject vicarious atonement. So why would I attack Muslims who are basically not trying to convert the Jews? And I'll tell you this, I receive not one, but many, many questions from Muslims every day to understand Judaism better. They have a high respect for the religion. Again, we're going through tough times now, and there are very significant differences between Judaism and Islam. But it's impossible to ignore that Muslims are true monotheists and totally reject the teachings of Paul, specifically vicarious atonement. They hate the teachings of Paul and the notion that someone is forgiven because someone dies for their sins. They hate that kind of stuff. They believe that a person's forgiven by repenting, and God, through his mercy, forgives someone.
He said that many Muslims are interested in learning about Judaism, which he sees as a sign of mutual respect between the two faiths. As Muslims, we are encouraged to keep seeking knowledge. In Surah Az-Zumar, which is Quran chapter 39, verse 9, Allah asks, "Are those who know equal to those who do not know?" So, Muslims will keep showing interest in trying to learn about other religions. This practice helps us to contrast and compare, and decide if our faith is truly the only path to paradise. Regarding Islamic teachings, it's important to note that Islam has a positive view of other religions. It sees Judaism and Christianity as part of the legacy of monotheism, a legacy shared by all who worship the one true God. For non-Muslims, Islam teaches that faith should be chosen voluntarily, not by coercion, and encourages coexistence. As we wrap up, please hit on the subscribe and the notification buttons. We promise to keep bringing you more educative and enlightening content like this. Till next time, may the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you all.